Hello, my name is AJ. I'm your HYPOXiX coach for today, and we have level 5.2 standing split ipsilateral pull. Ipsilateral simply means on the same side of the body, and so if my right foot is forward, which that's the foot that's going to be forward in my standing split, I'm going to put the resistance in my right hand. Now, I'm going to grab a red band today. It should be at approximately navel height. Your band's good for today. If you're working with a HYPOXiX coach and they've suggested a different resistance for you, then you want to make sure to follow their prescription for you because that's going to optimize your program. Otherwise, this is a perfect foundational starting place, so let's begin. The feet are a 4-foot stride length here, okay? Then I'm going to hinge forward. I'm going to put most of 80% of my body weight is always on the front foot, okay? Actually, I'm going to back up a teeny tiny bit here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my length. Now here, the other hand is behind my head. HYPOXiX head stance is pressing the head back into the hand and also using the hand to lift that head up. Now I'm always beginning in a hip hinge position. My gaze is incredibly specific for this one. I'm staring at my knee, which is shooting a laser over my third toe. And then when I come upright, I'm finding panoramic points. So I'm working my panoramic view. I'm finding a point on my left, I'm finding a point on my right, and I'm just gonna find that every single time I come up. Not only is that exercising the muscles of my eyeballs, but it's also enhancing my cognition, my nervous system, and optimizing my joint mechanics. Is every single time I stare at my knee when I'm in the hip hinge position, I'm asking myself if it's shooting a laser over my third toe. Now additionally, foot specificity. That front foot is using ground resistance to pull back toward the back foot. So if the ground were slippery, that foot would pull right back like that, and that's important to find that glute, those hamstrings of that front leg, optimize the hip mechanics in that front leg. So ground resistance is pulling back. Most of my pressure under the front foot is under my big toe and my inner heel for this specific one, and that's important with this one as well. 80% of the body weight you're imagining is always on that front leg, whether we're hinged, forward or upright. Put a hand on your low back. Make sure there's no movement coming from your low back. Your head is pressing back into that hand, and this is intense. Make sure that ground resistance stays true the whole time. We're adding 2 beat breath retentions to this level, where we continue moving through, loosening your abdomen on the engaged exhale, keeping it loose on the breath retention, and only pausing the movement when we get to the engaged inhale. Enough talking, let's take it. If you're going to focus on 2 things to begin, I would make sure that there's no movement in your low back as you go forward and up, and stay connected to your abdomen and your breath cycles. So let's take it from our zip up posture prep. Inhale. Hiss, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Stare at the knee block. Ground resistance. Loosen the ribbon. You're holding the breath. 1, 2. Pause. Inhale. Inhale. Ground resistance. Hold the breath for 1, 2. Loose ribbon. Tighten the ribbon. Inhale. Hold the breath for 1, 2. Pause. Inhale. Feel the ribbon. Panorama. Hold the breath for 1, 2, and you're finished. I know, intense. Rest 15 to 30 seconds. Now at this point, you need to repeat it on the other side. So you can either rewind the video, 60 to 90 seconds, we can repeat it together. Otherwise, you can stop the video now and try it on your own if you're no longer a beginner. But make sure to stay true to that tempo, frequency, intensity, and duration of your breathography breath cycles. You may want to put a metronome on your phone at 60 beats per minute exactly to stay true to that 2-second inhale, always tightening the ribbon on the inhale, and that 8-second slow exhale, optimizing that nervous system, loosening your ab ribbon on the exhale, and keeping it loose on that breath retention.